Guys, John here again. Right, this video is going to be bootlegs. The bootlegs I have. I don't have a huge amount, but yeah, I've got these all on CD. So some of them are unreleased things, so as well. And I'll tell you what I think of them. This one actually got on Amazon, so it's more like I think it's a release without the band's consent or permission. Oh yeah, no part of the package or artwork may be reproduced without the written permission of Smokin' Production. 2017 Smokin', right? Queen Strike, Electric Requiem. That's the stuff on the back. Trust me, don't buy it. It's very, very poor. And that's Amsterdam Broadcast 1990. You would have to be so hardcore of a fan to want to listen to this. You probably would find better on YouTube. And this was quite expensive. I think I paid about 8 or 9 quid for this, and it was only, I probably would have felt robbed at 2 quid. So yeah, that's one of them. Next one is I got a series of these. These were never released. These were ones that I got from the internet, and it's all demos that Mark III did, and there's 16 songs on there. These are all demos, and there's a number 2. I had to buy these separately. Some of the songs are great. Well, I like more or less 65% of all of these CDs. There are a few songs that are not great, but they're demos, so. But I had to pay quite a lot of money to get these. And there's another one. And yeah, I think the guy that was selling these actually got banned from eBay. Because he was going to let me know what else he had, and yeah, let's put it this way, he wasn't on there for very long. And then some of these discs, luckily I put them onto my PC straight away, because over time they started playing up, and they weren't very well done. So yes, so if you see these on the internet, beware. But I'm going to keep mine, because you know, I paid a lot for those. Next one is Mark III, the early years. Another Japanese bootleg thing. Collector's promos only. This is there's not a lot to this. That's all it is inside. If you're not familiar with who Mark III is, or as she is now, Marcy III, Mark sang for King Cobra, sang for Signal, Unruly Child, and then obviously there's a solo album out under Mark's name, which was just demos that he done, and then did the album Tormented under Marcy III, and then came back with Bruce Gowdy and the other guys from the original lineup of Unruly Child. And yeah, they've done 2 studio albums since about 2010, 2011 sort of time. But yeah, great albums. The first one, the first Combat one was brilliant. The second one, actually no, they've done 3. One of them wasn't released. It was like a mini album. Which is a shame it wasn't actually released until like in a physical format until the Raining Frogs box set came out, and that was just recently, this year I think. But yeah, this is very early Mark III demos. And then I got this one. This is another one as well, the Signal years. So if you know, I've shown the album by Signal, which is called Loud and Clear. Absolutely amazing album. And that's the demos on there. Another band that I picked up. This was made in the EU. It was done by River Records, and I actually got this from Amazon at one point, I think. Or was it HMV? But to be quite honest, it's not really. It's like they've ripped off some of the photos from the Gallus album and put them in, as you'll see there. There are photos and stuff in there. I don't actually know if this is a proper release, but it says there, for gun fans, no explanation needed. And I don't know if this is maybe the fan club or something, but if anybody knows, let me know. But that's it there. And yeah, it is a good CD. I'm not going to say it's rubbish, but most of it's stuff that was done on radio, and live concert at the Barrowlands, Glasgow. So I can do that. Next one is definitely not what I'm going to take the price off, because that's definitely not what I paid for it. I changed the CD, I think, case, I think, at one point. But this one, Guns N' Roses in Paris, and there's the back of it. It's just like that, with a bit in there. I've had a lot of people ask me to sell this. I don't know if I can bring myself to sell it at all. But yeah, Guns N' Roses Paris. I'm not sure what year that is. I'd have to look it up. I'm going to save the best one till last. Right. This is not the last one yet. Def Leppard, Rocked Tonight. I bought this in about 92, 93 time. And yeah, it's got a good track list. It's okay in sound. It's not the worst I've heard. I suppose you want me to open it up. Live in Amsterdam on the 7th of the 6th, 1992. It's on Hammer Records. It's a German release, and that's it there. And that's all it is. You don't get no proper booklet or nothing, it's just that. So that's that one. And the other one I've got from that year is Def Leppard again, Los Angeles 1992. This one sounds better than the Rock Tonight one. This one's on Red Line, I think. And this is a made in the EEC. So inside, it's just like that. And there's not a lot in there at all. And the last one, oh no, not the last one, sorry. This one I've shown in to do with the new Asteria 30th anniversary Super Deluxe box set. Now, this is like supposed to be a soundboard recording, right? It says on there, but it's actually not. I've got a copy from eBay that someone sent me of this, and it is actually sounds. It is the proper soundboard recording. This one here is as if it's been taken maybe from the VHS edition and copied, because the sound on this is just like watching the VHS. So you get the whole, you also get the extra songs on here, and they sound better than the soundboard recording I've got elsewhere, which is just, it's got no case, so I'm not going to show you it. But that is the one to look for sure. Stage Fright it's called, and that's the track listing. They messed up with calling Animal, they called it Airmail, stuff like that. It's got some demos of Run Riot, and then there's Let It Go Live, and there's other songs on there that weren't on the VHS. Probably my favourite bootleg I own is this one. Def Leppard BBC concert 1980. This is apparently one of their first few shows, and or the first, definitely the first BBC one. But yeah, it's on Turtle Records. This came from Australia. I've had this for since about 92 sort of time. That's what it's got on the back there. So 92, 93 time I got this. And it opens out like this. And I do love listening to this. It's very, very raw. And it is a good sound. And that's it there. And yeah, made in Australia. And I've never looked up how much that is on Discogs yet. But that is, yeah, I really do like that. You've got a live on there, which is the first song, and I think some of the songs were actually just slightly different in the lyrics. But yeah, amazing. And I think that's it for bootlegs. I'm sure that's it. If I find any more, I will do another video. But I'm sure that is it. So cheers for watching. Keep rocking. Hi to everyone in the VC. Cheers.